Application of linear function in business case. So now we learn about the process in business, yeah, and the mainly process in business is about revenue, cost, and profit function. So, cost function usually said or denoted by total cost function and defined with the symbol of C, and defined by total cost of manufacturing from X units of the product. And revenue function is usually symbolized by R, total revenue realized from sale of X units of the product. And profit function is symbolized by capital P, all right, which is total profit realized from manufacturing and selling X units of the product. Now, we have another P, yeah, small p. Small p is price, and big P is profit. But because this is very similar, right, between the capital and P, and we use profit using a symbol of P. So next we will use this symbol rather than this one. Okay, so I will change with this to px. Right. Inside the cost function, yeah, inside the cost function, so total cost function mainly comes from fixed cost and variable cost. Fixed cost is the cost that remain more or less constant regardless of the firm's activity. For example, rental fees, executive salaries, etc. And variable costs that vary with production or sales. For example, wages, costs for raw materials. So here, yeah, suppose a firm has a fixed cost of F dollars, a production cost of C dollars per unit, and a selling price of S dollars per unit. Then the cost function, the revenue function, and the profit function for the firm are given by, okay, so again, from this given data, fixed cost of F dollars, a production cost of C dollars per unit, yeah, then the name with the cost is belongs to the cost function, total cost function. So we have here fixed cost. Remember that the cost, later on we also symbolize the total cost with TC. Yeah? Okay, so the TC comes from fixed cost plus variable cost. And we have here F for the fixed cost, so using F, and then variable cost, C per unit, so the variable cost per unit is C times the units itself. So this is the TC. Okay, similar like this one. And for the revenue, yeah, revenue, later on we also more using a symbol of TR, total revenue. And total revenue comes from, yeah, this is the selling price from a product, right? So the more product we can sell, the more revenue we can get, right? So actually revenue comes from the price times the quantity of the selling product. So since we use the quantity here X, so we use X then. Now, oh, a selling price of S dollar. Okay, the price is now S here. So the same with this definition. Okay, so total revenue in here. And profit comes from revenue minus cost. So then the profit, I use this symbol, is TR minus TC. Now TR we have here. Okay, I will numbering the equation here. So this is my first equation, this is my second equation, and then TR comes from the second equation as X, S times X here, minus TC is minus F plus Cx. So then it becomes as x minus, open the brackets, f minus Cx. And collect all the x's together as x minus Cx minus f. Now since it has the same x's, and we can use simplification like this one. Okay, so now this is our profit, same like this one. Now we have an example here, profit function, Puritron. A manufacturer of water filters has a monthly fixed cost of $20,000, a production cost of $20 per unit, and a selling price of $30 per unit. Find the cost function, the revenue function, and the profit function for Puritron. So given that fixed cost is $20,000, and then a production cost, small c, of $20 per unit, and then selling price is $30 per unit. Now through this data we can use it to define the function, first of all, of the cost function. So here cost function again from, or total cost comes from fixed cost plus variable cost. Fixed cost here is 20,000, and variable cost is the C times X, and fill in the C 20X. Okay, so similar with this one. And number 2, TR, RX or TR, total revenue, comes from price times unit Q. And then the price is here, 30. Q is defined by X, so that is 30X here. And third one, profit comes from TR minus TC. That will be 30X minus, remember, if you math minus operator, use always brackets, 20X plus 20,000. Yeah, so 30X minus 20X minus 20,000 over here. Okay, so 30X minus 20X is 10X minus 20,000. So that is the answers. Now let's do another example here. The fixed costs incurred by a company are IDR 20,000, while the variable costs are shown by the equation VC 100Q. Show the total cost equation and the total cost curve. What is the total cost if the company produces 500 units of goods? So this is the expansion on how the problem will be given. Okay. So given here, fixed cost. Okay, F 20,000 in IDR, and the variable costs are shown by the equation. So it is already an equation. Phi C is an equation, 100 times Q. So what is the total cost? Questions. Total cost and the curve. What is the total cost when the Q is 500, or we can say as TC at 500. Right. Now, for A, TC is equal with fixed cost plus variable cost. Just fill in. We have F here, 20,000. And then variable cost is already given in 100Q. So the variable cost per unit is how much? How much is that? Yes, it's 100. Okay, 100 per unit. Okay, now you see here, this is a linear equation, right, with a slope of 100. So you can make the curve using, again, Cartesian diagram. Oh, before that, we need to have two coordinates. So Q and TC. So the Q right now as your x-axis, the total cost is at y-axis. Okay. Now, when Q is 0, how much is TC? Put the 0 over here. So 100 times 0 is 0. So TC become 20,000. Okay. What next? I don't want to put TC as 0 here. No, I don't want it. Then that will give me a minus things. Minus Q. Yeah, so I will do say 100. If I put Q 100, then yeah, the TC will become 100 times 100 is 10,000. 10,000 plus 20,000 is 30,000. So again, you need to have a sense on how is the number over here to make you life easier on drawing the curve. Okay, so the curve will be, so this is Q and this is TC. So to draw the Cartesian diagram for TC, TR, and profit, you can use all the y-axis to put all the function. So usually, if later on you will be asked by drawing those three functions in one Cartesian diagram, it means that in here at y-axis, TC is along with the TR and also the profit. I will rewrite that again. So here you can say as TC, TR, profit, like that. Okay. All right, now do the scale. Remember to you have to put the same length. You put the point of the scales. So this is 20,000, 30,000. Well, I think this is 20,000 for the Q. Okay, now I put 100 here, 200 and 300. Right, now when Q0, oh, the other way around, my mistakes. Okay, since it has no TRN profit, that axis only for cost, total cost. So you see here, this is 0 to 100, so I will put here 100 and 200, 300. And for cost here, we will do with a scale of 10,000, 20,000, 30,000. Okay, now put the first one, 0, 20,000. So 0 here, 20,000 is here. This is the coordinate. And for the second one, the 100 and goes to 3,000. So this will be the coordinate. And draw the line. Now this is our TC, 20,000 plus 100 Q. Remember that the slope is 100, which means what? Every 100 unit addition of Q, okay, will increase TC for 10,000. Okay. And for the next question, what is the total cost if the company produces 500 units of goods? Just fill in the Q of 500 to substitute, yeah, so we call that substitute Q 500 to the equation of TC, 20,000 plus 100 Q, so that will be 100 times 500, that is 50,000, yeah. So this will be 50,000 and that will become 70,000 cost IDR. Okay, got it? Very good. Now then, revenue function, as we know that revenue function is Q times P or P times Q, yeah, price times the quantity sold, and then the profit here is TR mean TC. And you have learned also about break-even point is when in the business happen that the revenue is equal with TC, yeah, break-even point, the moment that your profit is zero here. Okay, so why we need the BEP? That's the starting point. We know that we have no longer loss from our selling product. Okay, let's start with the exercise. The selling price of products produced by a company with 200 rupees per unit. Show the equation and curves for this firm's total revenue. How much is the revenue if 350 units of goods are sold? You do this. Do this as the task. Okay? You know how to make the equation from the previous example. Now you do this by your own. Okay. Next is, suppose that the total costs incurred by the company are represented by the equation TC equal with 20,000 plus 100 Q, and the total revenue is TR equal with 200 Q. At what level of production Q do the units of this company experience BEP? And what happens if it produces 300 units? So the momentum of the BEP happen when TR equal with TC, or where it comes from profit 0, yeah. So from the equation before, when profit is TR minus TC, and when BEP happen is the P is 0 over here, so put the 0 instead of the P, and then right down here. So then TC go to the left. Now, yeah, so that is TC equal to TR is the moment of BEP. Okay, I will go here. BEP again. TR equal with TC. So the TR here is 200 Q. Put it here, and this is 20,000 plus 100 Q. Collect all the Q's to the left. So 200 Q stay here. Plus positive 100 Q goes to the left, become minus 200 Q. And this is 20,000. So then this will be 100 Q, 20,000. Q is 200. Then put the name of BEP under the Q. Right? So what is the TR and TC? Substitute Q BEP to one of the equation of TR or TC. The easiest way is to put that into TR Q. So it's happened when QBEP is 200. It's happened when the revenue at 40,000. It is TC is also 40,000. Yeah, you put 200 in here, so that you will come up with 40,000 too. What happens if it produces 300 units? What happens? So the R at Q 300. What's happened with Q? Q is 200 Q, so it gives you 200 times 300, that is 600, and TC is 20,000 plus 100 Q, that is 100 times 300, that gives you 50,000. So then profit will be TR, oh, I'm sorry, yeah, 60,000 over there. TR minus TC is 60,000 minus 50,000, that is 10,000. So you see here, the Q here, yeah, is higher than QBEP. So it is higher than QBEP. So that is possible if this will give you profit rather than loss. Okay. So for the next exercise, it is known that the cost function is TC equal with 2000 plus 2Q, and the price is P22. Find the quantity, total revenue, and total cost when break-even point happen. And secondly, if the goods produced are 200 units, determine the amount of loss or profit. So again, first of all, write given that TC is 2000 plus 2Q, and the price is 22, small p. Questions is at BEP, what are the Qs, TR, and TC? And B is if Q 200 units, profit or loss will happen. Okay, so now BEP, yeah, BEP is equal when profit is 0, or TR equal TC. We have TC, but we don't have TR, so find TR first. All right, here TR is quantity times price, so quantity times price is 22, then it is 22Q. Okay, and then TR, TC, all right, TR is 22Q, TC is 2000 plus 2Q. Now collect all the Q's to the left. So it becomes 20Q, 2000. Then the Q is 2000, 2100 units. So, okay. What is the TR for Q100 and TC for 100? Okay, now after we found Q100, QBEP 100, don't forget to put the name of BEP. Substitute this into TR, okay, which is 22 times Q. So then this is 22 times 100, it's 2200. Okay, and since BEP is actually TR equal to TC, then TC is 2200. So this is TR at BEP, TC at BEP. Yeah. If you want to prove it through the equation itself from the TC, fine. Or I will say this: TC is 2000 plus 2Q. Then substitute Q100, and this become 2200. So this is the same. So this is TCBEP. Okay, next B. If Q is 200, then what is the profit here? Is it positive or negative? Profit. This exercise will get, this manufacturer will get a profit or loss. So what do you think? This Q is actually Q200 is bigger than QBEP. So at BEP profit is 0. Then what is at Q is 200. Yes, of course it's going to be profit. Okay, prove it. Proof. So profit comes from TR minus TC. Okay, you can do in two ways. First of all, that you can go through the one equation. What does it mean? It means that if I put TR minus TC in equation, so TR is again 22Q minus TC is 2000. Don't forget the bracket if you see minus here. And this is plus 2Q. And then it will be 22Q. Open the brackets. So and then this is 20Q minus 2000. Then you substitute Q 200, it becomes 20 times 200 minus 2000. Is it minus? Yeah, it's minus here. It is 20 times 200 is 4000 minus 2000, and it will give you 2000. Okay, positive 2000, so it is proven positive. And it is profit. And second way, yeah, you calculate one by one. So TR first, substitute TR with Q. Wait, substitute Q 202. TR first, this is 22Q, and that will give 4400, and then TC is 2000 minus plus 2Q. It is 2000 plus 2 times 200, that is 2400. Okay, now after this, then you put TR minus TC as to find out the profit. Fill in the number here, 4400 minus 2400, that is 2000. So this is the same. Yeah, make the conclusion that at Q200 the manufacturer or the company, I forgot, the company will have a profit for 2000. Okay.